I have a tactics question for you, but you're going to have to do some visualization to figure it out. So you can see black just moved pawn to a6. The intent is to play pawn to b5 next turn and drive the bishop from c4. So white blocks with a4. But the question is, does this effectively prevent black from going pawn to b5 to attack the bishop? Is it safe? What happens after all the exchanges? So I invite you to pause the video and see if you can say that it's safe, or no, there's a tactic, or yes, there's a tactic. Okay, so here's what happens. And I'm not going to make the moves. I'm going to talk about it first, and then I'm going to make the moves to show you. So white will take the pawn with the pawn on a4. Black is going to recapture the pawn on a6. So you can imagine these a4 and a6 pawns are just gone. And now, do we lose a pawn? The bishop can take the pawn on b5, and white has gained a pawn. Now, is the bishop safe? We have a black knight in the center, d4, attacking the bishop. We have a white knight on c3 that defends the bishop. So it looks like the bishop is safe. Now, after we have this position, pawn takes, bishop takes, the bishop's on b5, we have to check the final position to say, do we have any tactics after the bishop takes? In order to find that, just look for what are white's weaknesses. Obviously, the bishop is in question, but the white knight defends it, so we can't win the bishop. What's the only other thing that we can do? The only thing that black can do is based on the pawns opening up on the a-file. The rook can crash down to a1 and check the king. Very awkward spot for white. White can defend it by blocking with the knight on c3, just blocking at b1. It's awkward, but white can do it. But once you see that, there are only two things that black can do. Check white on the back rank and trying to win the bishop. The key is that the knight on c3 defends both. It's overloaded. So with that in mind, it's very obvious. Take. When white takes, you have your choice. You could take the bishop with a knight, or you could check the white king, make the knight block, and now the knight's not guarding the bishop, and you win the bishop.